Women's Business Center presents The Edge Roundtable Discussion, brought to you by Indigo PR and Atlas Electrical and Air Conditioning.
Family-owned business. How hard is it? And what are some good tips to other family-owned businesses that you can give to them to help them? Because you're dealing with a totally different dynamic. It's not just the job and you have employees. Now it is, I gotta go home and have social events and evening events with my family, and we may not be getting along at the office. Can you give us some direction in that?
This is a funny thing. My son still did it right up till these later years. When we walked in the door, I was his boss, and that was it. When we walked out the door, I was mom. And he would never call me mom inside the building. And I had never asked this of him. I was Joe the minute I walked in that door. I was mom the minute we walked out that door. I think families have to be careful of one major thing. You normally have divisions in your job. We did. My son handled the field after he came from college. He has a part of his work that he does. Hates my end of it, which is contracts, negotiations. I mean, if things start getting sticky with the job he wants, he calls me the rainmaker. So this is time to get mom involved. So we had very specific divisions, and we tried not to get in each other's way. That way, we actually had something to talk about also when we got home. Or if we had lunch, we would start bringing up, I have a problem with this. Do you think you have a way of dealing with this? So you have to have sensitivities toward the fact that even though you are in that building, this is still my son. This is still my husband, and God, this is still my dad. But we did never have arguments. Disputes over how to do something, maybe, but that was a healthy thing. Mm-hmm. But I think families have to be extra careful to say, this is my division. I'll take care of this. This is something I take care of. And it worked. It actually became, I think it can strengthen a family or it can tear you apart. You have to be careful.
And I think that there has to be, obviously, respect.
Yes.
That comes across.
Period. Yes.
The number one, respect.
Actually, when we started out, I wasn't drawing a salary. My husband was. And after about, I think 6 or 7 years, my husband said, we really need to give her a salary. And I said, that's okay. Actually, I've been taking it out in stock, and I own 51% of it.
I like that.
That worked well, too. It got their attention.
So I have one more question for a tip for our viewers. A lot of times there's men that'll come in and be like, well, I want to do my own business, but my wife won't support me. Or, I don't know how to get the support from the home. And I've heard that a lot, especially in the industry that we're with. How do you tell women, look, just because your man started the job or started the business, it doesn't mean that you can't get involved in it, or that you should how do you be supportive in the beginning and help them learn that they need to help them grow?
I had this at National, and truthfully, at a big convention of industry people, I brought out how many in the room have their wives working for them but they have no title. It was amazing. I mean, all these hands went up from the women, not the men. And I said, men, you are making the biggest mistake of your life. Because by not recognizing and respecting your wives and their duties and what they're doing, because a lot of them were bookkeepers for their husbands and paid all the bills and made sure everything was straight. I said, by not giving them the recognition they need within your company, you could lose your most valuable employee. Mm-hmm. And I said, and trust me, that day will come when one of them will say, I'm tired of being here. Don't draw a salary. Don't have a title. The guys walk around like I'm invisible here. Some of these were very sizable companies. Wow. It wasn't 6 or 7 months when we started having gatherings. that women would come in and go, I'm now a vice president.
Wow. That's so great.
Yeah, I went, wow, that was fast.
And I bet the growth of the company was
Improved.
I think
Wow.
that men have to recognize, first of all, if they want their wives involved in the company, they need to go to them and say, look, I can't do this without you. I need you. I need you not only for support, but I'm probably going to need you at some time to come in and help out with things. And if they get that established out front, they're going to find out wives are a lot more receptive toward getting involved in business. But yeah, on a national level, I was amazed. It totally amazed me that it happened so fast. But a lot of the wives said the same thing. Now that I have recognition, I was thinking of going out and starting my own business. Now I'm actually a part of my husband's business and I get the recognition for it. In fact, we have where one member of the company can vote at convention every year over who's going to be vice president, who ultimately becomes president, moves up the chairs like I did. Women were voting. They could have one vote in the company. In fact, the year that I won it, I swore it was the women's vote that did it.
But that's changed.
That's major change.
That was